Lightning, exactly. So this particular part of Florida, we call it the I-4 corridor, basically from the Atlantic Ocean, you know, through Orlando to Tampa, St. Pete, gets more lightning strikes than any other part of the U.S. So fire is a natural part of the ecosystem. So the plants and the animals that live here have adapted to fire. So yes, occasionally individual animals, I'm sure, do get injured in fires, but in general, it actually helps populations of animals and keeps them at natural levels and healthy levels. And so animals will use things like gopher tortoise burrows to hide in during fires to protect them. And as long as these fires are happening on a regular basis, they're not going to be too hot. They're not going to get too big.
So they can climb trees.
Some can climb trees, exactly. Yeah. So there's the animals know when it's happening. It's not like we're dropping fire and all of a sudden 500 acres, you know, are burning, you know, with flames 20 or 30 feet high. It's a slow, gradual process. So the animals would certainly have time to you know, do what they need to do to get away or hide or whatever it is. So.
What time of the year usually you're doing brush fires?
So the prescribed burns we usually do in the late fall and winter months because the weather is a little bit more predictable. Summertime, we know how we get the, you know, we get thunderstorms and things like that. So even though summer is the natural season for it, it's not usually when they do it when they're doing prescribed burns.
Summer usually no prescribed fires.
Not usually. There are some places that do it and you can do it. It's just, it's a little bit harder. You've got obviously a lot of rain. So the moisture content in the soil is higher and the moisture content in the plants is higher.
Got you. Because one time I walk in a I think it's a GMT.
There's a little bit of scat here.
What is it?
Scat, animal poop. Fur like that, that's an indicator that it is a carnivore or omnivore. It's an animal eating other animals. So likely coyote. It's hard to say for sure. This one's kind of broken up and spread apart. But you're thinking coyote, bobcat, fox is more than likely what this is.
Hair.
Yeah, lots of hair in it. So
what
it's definitely
to
something
the bones
eating meat.
And the meat?
They're able to crunch them down and digest them, and you'll sometimes see shards of bone in there, but yeah, mostly fur.
The only fur left.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So what did they do? Oh my gosh.
I don't know about this specific location. There are people in the area who say they've seen them. FWC always loves it when people, if they've seen it, can get some sort of evidence. So if you can get footprints, if you can get scat, if you can get a photo, which is really hard to get a photo or video of the animal, but
so
that always helps.
How's panther poop different from coyote's poop?
It'd be bigger.
Oh, okay.
And if you think about cats and dogs, their scat is different, right?
Well, we feed them with artificial food. We don't feed them natural.
That's true. That's true. But the shape of it is different.
Oh, okay.
Even. Yes, the makeup is different because we feed them. Yeah, they're not eating, you know, wild animals. They're not hunting. But the actual shape of it is different. I've got a little bandana in here that I use for ID. That can kind of give you an idea of the difference between dog.
I bet it's a bear. Because they eat berries.
Why don't you use Google Lens on that?
Oh yeah. There you go.
Deer. The poop bundle.
Yeah, so deer and rabbits, you know, you see quite often. Those are pretty obvious. You know, you got the pellets, basically those dark colored kind of pellets.
Can you get it online, the poop bundle?
Yep, that's where I got it.
I'm definitely gonna look for it.
Yeah. Yeah, they still sell them.
The poop.
It does, lots of grass. So this is so this would be an herbivore because it's all grass. This one is a gopher tortoise.
Tortoise?
Tortoise.
No.
Yep, this is gopher tortoise. So it's about that shape and size.
I thought they
and
live
it's
in
all
the
grass.
sand.
I've never seen.
They also can be found in
tortoise
Pine
poop,
Flatwoods.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, probably a lot of people you see it and you don't even know that that's what it is if you're in tortoise habitat.
The animal is.
Oh, the one that made this is probably this big.
Oh, it's a decent size.
But they can get obviously bigger.
Yes.
So what do turtles eat? The grass?
Mostly grass, but then they also eat, there's a cactus that grows here, prickly pear cactus. cactus. They really like that. They eat the flowers and the fruit and the petals off of that. Yeah, so and a butterfly is enjoying it. You'll only see these in September in Pine Flatwoods in Florida. So it's a rare treat to be able to see them. So, but yeah, look at all the butterflies. We've got a ton of flowers growing in here and all these butterflies.
So this lily, just Florida?
They might occur in other, let me look because I'm not 100% sure. I don't think they're endemic to Florida.
Where they come from?
They're native to here, but they might also be found in other parts of the
Like
Southeast.
Georgian, for example?
Maybe, yes.
So pretty.
They're really pretty. They're beautiful.
And they only flowering in the September?
In September, that's it.
Only?
That's it.
Oh wow, we're so lucky, guys.
There's a pretty do they stay open? Spiderweb.
They do.
Yeah.
Yes, they will stay open more than one day. So it's Southeast U.S.
South.
So you can find it from Louisiana all the way to Virginia. Typically in damper areas, but typically in Pine Flatwoods forests in damp parts of it. That's why we're
on the web, but not on the flower.
I would recommend when we get back doing a tick check today. It's with these tall grasses and herbs and things, they're definitely out here. So I would definitely do a check on yourself or get a partner.
In a similar area,
Swallowtail.
last year,
Yeah, they're so big. Look how huge they are.
I saw the most ticks.
Oh, all right, deers. More deer.
Layers of this outer bark that's paper thin like this, that even though that burns and that might fall off, it's going to regrow new layers. And it doesn't affect the inner bark, the xylem and the phloem, so the nutrient flow still happens, the water flow still happens without damaging the tree. Now, if it gets too hot and the flames get too high, it can even kill pine. But pines are more fire resistant than the oaks are. And that's typically the case. Softwoods in the pine family are more resistant than hardwoods. Is because you can see a big scat right there in the front. The apron is where they lay their eggs. So you always want to be mindful. The sandy area in front of the nest, you want to avoid standing on it. They do not bury their eggs deep like sea turtles do. They bury them pretty shallow. So you want to be very mindful not to step on the apron. Oh, there we go. It's got a web. It's on it.
Oh, there it is.
It's hard to see.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Hard to believe.
Yeah.
That's one of our orb weavers. Did over time, and they only build their webs. Actually, a small one.
Yeah, small one is what? The male?
Might be the male, yeah.
They did say that the males tend to hover around the edges of the female nest.
Yeah, he probably needs to be careful.
They're not poison.
She might eat him too.
Yes.
She gonna eat the male?
In some species they do. I'm not 100% sure about the banana spiders, but God, that's probably the biggest one I've ever seen. That's massive. And again, they bite, they'll leave a welt, but they're not dangerous like black widows. And we don't really get brown recluses here.
But black widows usually in Miami, right?
No, we've got them up here.
We have them
lift
here.
up some of these dead logs out here in the trees. And if you come this way a little bit, you can see some up closer, and actually there's some cattle under the cypress trees. So those we call cypress domes. It's a natural feature in Florida. It's a natural micro habitat, and they occur. They're big. They get big like the banana spiders. They're in the same family as banana spiders. They're
Are they poison? Oh, I don't want to touch it.
Distinct kind of zigzag in the middle of their web. Yeah.
Are
There's
they
a lot of different
poison?
orb weavers out there. But. Yeah, you can actually see the water moving here.
Yep, it's
There's
definitely
actually a
moving.
slight stream going through.
Yeah, I see it's leaking
So
from
remember I was
the.
talking about that strand of cypress? And you can also see
Oh, good job. I was waiting for someone to face plant so I can walk.
which is another tree that indicates wetlands.
Nice
It's got starry shaped leaf, it's black gum. If you see that, you know it's a wet area. So you'll see that a lot of times next to lakes and rivers in Florida. But yeah, you can see all along this stream here. You've got it. We'll probably see some cypress as we go through on the left here.
I also saw. Wow.
It is amazing how the animals and nuts and all these things
Oh,
look
yeah.
like something else.
Yeah, I just saw another one jump.
Be careful, be careful.
I tried to go off the trail and it didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work off the trail.
Oh, dear God.
Oh!
God.
Oh my gosh.
On
He's
things.
making sure nobody comes too close.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot on there. There's probably at least a dozen, if not 2 dozen on.
Oh my gosh, you're sitting on your finger.
All right, buddy. Off you
Almost like a juniper or gin flavor to the jam or the jelly.
Are we supposed to not pick berries?
You can try it if you want. Go for it. No, you definitely can. Backyard, they love the beauty berries too, but it's just not much to it. It just doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's not gross, but it's a land of size. And so clean water is the biggest one. In Florida, I think 90% of our residents get their drinking water from the aquifer. So that's the underground river, right? That flows through the limestone that's underneath us. And in order for the aquifer to be refilled, we've got to make sure water is going in as quickly as it's being pumped out. And you need places like this where the water has time to trickle through the sand and make its way back into the aquifer. So if we're pulling out too much and not enough is going in, that is a problem. So that's a big reason. So we have testing sites. Oh, she's a pretty one. We have testing sites in some of our preserves where we can check and see what the well levels are and things like that. So yeah, there's another one up here. We got a good view of one of the cypress domes through here, so you can kind of get an idea of that dome shape over there across the pasture. But a lot of times in Florida, because one, you got shade for your cattle, and you got a natural source of water and what you need for the cattle as well. So they'll leave them up, just like that.
How they pull water from those pipe in the middle?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how they do it, how they test it, but yes, I think that part in the middle is the part where they're testing. You can see there's multiple ones.
Yeah, I
right
see a
along
few. It has a tap on or something. They're making noise.
Might be. Here's the one that I thought you were talking about. This is the dog kennel. I think. Oh, it's got a spider on the top.
That's what this is, the wispy stuff?
Yeah.
Dog kennel, just ask it.
green one?
Not a green one, but a really cool looking one. I think it's a type of wolf spider. With hairy, brown.
I just hear the noise. I guess they pull out water right from here.
Yeah. Oh, there's one of our green tree frogs right down there.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
The little one. Yeah. So this is see, it even says it's a monitor well.
supposed to
And
have
it's being monitored by the St. Johns River Water Management
supposed
District.
to have a locker.
Yeah, they might not even worry about locking it. I don't know.
Nobody's here.
Yeah, I'm sure people come and investigate it.
They live in the wood,
They do. They like wood.
but it's a tiny piece of wood. They should pick bigger branch.
Right. The head that we're going to pass, I would imagine it was for agricultural purposes for the previous landowners to spread.
These ones have more needles.
Bigger, so
Wow, it's so huge. Those one like a baby versus this one. It's so
it
huge.
looks like all the seeds are out.
The birds eating them, no?
So fire is also helpful for pines because it actually can open the cones up so that the seeds can be released. So the heat from the fire is what does it. With the sand pines, they actually, so you'll notice with these slash, and with these, when they get bigger, they drop their branches as they get taller. So these haven't been trimmed. They drop their branches naturally. But sand pines, they keep their branches, and that provides a lattice for the fire to climb up so that the cones can get heated up by the fire and then release the seeds. And the other thing you do, if you're curious, do you want to hold it so you can get a good photo? Is if you pick up, just pick up 10 random needles,
The one there?
or bunches of needles, I should say, from kind of around the same area.
3,
You don't want to go from one side to the other
3,
because those are different. You'll get a different makeup. 9 out of 10 of these
3,
should have 3 in the bunch.
Oh, really? That's how you recognize them. But
The problem is when you've got them both growing together. 10. All right, so that one's got 3, 3, 3, 3,
but they're also longer, so
and they are longer. 3,
they look very fluffy
3.
versus with those ones. They look so fluffy.
3. All of them had 3.
Yeah.
Now, if we were to pop
100% probability.
we'll pop over the canal and grab 10 from under here, what you should get is about 50% of them will be 2 and 50% will be 3.
Why? Why 50-50?
Different species. So the slash pine has different numbers of bunches, different numbers of needles in their bunches. Now the other problem with this is that if they've been blown over side, or it's flooded, or like it's not an exact science, this method, but it can help if you've got, like, let's say a singular tree. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Two,
And they're short too. You can tell right away. They're
2, 2,
That's a fun fact.
short. That's a fact.
3, 2, 2. This is going to be a bunch of 2s.
Yeah.
3,
They're shorter too.
2.
You can tell right away.
They are. 3. So not quite 50%, 3, but we got 4 and 6.
Oh.
So pretty close.
6.
Put out all forest fires. So they started suppressing fire even here in Florida, where fire is so if you ever do go out there during hunting season,
So what do you say? It's a mole? Mole?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a huge tunnel.
They're usually really dark, like almost black in color. Yes, it's more on the psychology side of things, but kind of more of a holistic view. You know, rather than just looking at the brain, you're also thinking about, you know, people's social, spiritual, emotional, mental. You know, you're thinking about. So this is one of our carnivorous plants. It's called pitcher plant, hooded pitcher plant. You can get a good view of the hood there. This one's a really nice one. It's just kind of toppled over here, but you can see the hood. So the hooded pitcher plant has a sweet smelling liquid down in the bottom of the pitcher that attracts the insects inside. And under this hood is an opening. So that's kind of how they get in. Then it has some adaptations to kind of trick the insects that crawl in. So it's got these white spots on the back that are kind of opaque. They let sunlight in, so it looks like an opening. So the insect keeps trying to exit on the back side where there is no opening. And then there's little hairs on the inside pointing down. So as the insects try to climb out, those hairs kind of prevent them from climbing out. Eventually the insect wears itself out. It falls to the bottom of the plant where that liquid is. And it's something that we call mucilage. And it actually helps to digest the insect. So they drown in the liquid and then get digested, and then the plant absorbs the nutrients from
Can we see old one maybe with the food inside?
Yes. So I actually learned something new. So some of the stuff that we're seeing on the inside at the bottom is exoskeleton.
That's a big one.
From the insects that it's eaten. But also what we're seeing is the feces from an insect, a moth, that spends its entire lifetime inside a pitcher plant.
It's alive?
They don't get eaten by the pitcher plant. So they have a way to stand on the hairs so that they won't fall down. They're always either perpendicular to the plant or kind of straight up. They never hang upside down.
Wow.
The caterpillar lives inside, and then it pupates, goes into the adult stage as a moth. The moth will then leave the old plant that the caterpillar was in and go to a new plant, and it'll lay its eggs in there after it mates.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
But it's called a pitcher plant mining moth because they actually eat the pitcher plant. As a caterpillar, they actually eat the parts of the plant. And I'll show you one that's been kind of eaten on by them. But down here, you've got exoskeletons of insects.
Ants and stuff.
Yep, that have crawled inside and didn't make it out.
What kind of insects here in this woods?
Probably ants and
only?
small beetles.
About the other things that don't.
Yeah, the pitcher plant mining moth. It spends its entire life living inside a pitcher plant.
Unbelievable. So they're parasites, right?
No, they're not a parasite. Yes.
But you said if they're eating pitcher plant, they're
this
parasites.
is what they'll do when they eat, is they'll eat the inside parts of it out. So yeah, I guess they are a parasite, not to the point where it will kill off an entire batch of plants, but it'll kill an individual leaf.
Okay.
So it doesn't kill the whole plant, just one of the leaves, but this is what it looks like when it eats. It also will put a web, like use its silk, up in the top here under the hood to keep predatory insects out so that they don't eat the moth. And then when the caterpillar is ready to pupate, it'll chew a hole in the bottom so that all the liquid comes out. And then so that, you know, obviously if it falls while it's pupating, it's not going to get dissolved inside the fluid. So, but before it pupates, you know, goes into its cocoon stage, it'll chew a hole through it and let all the liquid out.
So it's not good for pitcher
Not
plant.
good for the individual leaf, but as I said, like you see dead leaves here, but you've got new growth coming right out of the middle. So it doesn't kill the entire plant, just whichever leaf it's in or on.
Interesting eggs.
Wow, this is so...
Yeah.
Get those, and we get the little green sucker ones, they're frogs.
So it's saying it's a southern toad. That's not what I wanted. There are some non-native toads that can be.
And it was nice and green.
deer moss or lichen. Oh,
see
there's
a
a
lot-
little tiny frog
You see a lot of
next
that.
to it. Very little.
Oh, yes.
I still don't see him. I see a speckled something or other.
Yeah, that's it.
Right down there.
Really?
It's
oh,
like
there
a
he
dime,
is. Okay,
you know,
wow.
that- you know,
Did you
they're
ever see
dime.
that?
Yeah, what kind of strange?
I've ID'd that one before. It might be a young southern leopard frog, but they get big. The southern leopards get like this big. They get. That's what.
What's this stuff?
This one is gallberry. Have retractable claws.
Oh, really?
Dogs, their claws are out all the time. So when you see those, so
Get some kind
coyote or somebody's pet dog, one of the two.
They said we're allowed to have pets on the trail, so on the leash.
Down near the equator in South America and Africa that are so big that they actually trap rats, mice, and baby monkeys.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hat pins. What else? What was the other name for it that we saw?
Some kind of wart?
Yes, pipewort.
Pipewort.
You'll see these near water. Leaves of the sundew have little tiny hairs. At the end of each hair
so
is a
cute.
droplet of what looks like dew, but it is not dew. It's not morning dew. The plant produces that. It's like that mucilage that's inside the pitcher plant. It's really sticky. The insects get stuck to it, and those leaves slowly close up, kind of like a Venus flytrap. And then those hairs kind of help keep the insect trapped inside, and that sticky dew is a mucilage as well, and the insect will eventually get digested by it. It does produce flowers.
So many.
It's really easy to walk past those and totally miss them.
Yeah, if you're
There's
not
more
you, I
along
would
here.
never
This
notice
one's a bit
that.
bigger over here.
I
But
know-
you'll usually see these in an area where it's been mowed.
I don't want to step on them.
Grassy, wet area where,
It's mucky a little bit.
yeah.
I need to keep an eye out when I'm out.
Oh, wow.
I want to taste it.
So many of them.
Taste it.
No, don't taste that.
On the leaves, right, the spiky points on it. And then we have Yopon holly as well. And Yopon holly, you can actually make a tea from the leaves. There's actually a company in Volusia County called Yopon Brothers,
I heard
and they
about it, yeah.
make tea.
Yeah.
I guess apparently they have great pastries as well, but they harvest the leaves locally and then make tea from it.
What is the difference between Brazilian pepper? It looks almost the same
It does
to me.
look similar. This has individual leaves, whereas the Brazilian pepper has long leaves with leaflets. So it looks like tiny little leaves alternating on the sides. If you see them right next to each other, they're very different.
It lives over here
Yep.
too?
Yeah, we have crayfish. They live in these creeks here.
Why it's so white?
It's the exoskeleton. So they shed just like
Oh, really?
insects and spiders do. So they shed the outer shell, and then the new shell underneath hardens. Crabs do it.
Oh, so it got new
Cicadas
shell.
do it. Yep.
Got new shell and
Yep,
left
has a
this-
new shell. So as they grow, they shed just like snakes do.
Yeah.
They shed away the old one. If you overwater, you're likely to get more armadillos in your lawn.
Super tiny. You cannot kayak here, but it's super cute.
Couldn't kayak ever.
No.
I promise it's coming. I promise there's shade coming. Over there.
Someone hike it.
People want to try to use the log, but you got to go way back there probably to get to it. There's going to be water. But definitely not as bad as right through the middle.
Get to that log.
Step on the high part.
Yeah, if you step on those ferns,
You need a hand? Where is the log? Oh, right there.
Where's the dry
Well, the log really the drive here.
Oh my god. Oh.
You want me to stand at the end of that log and help you across?
You got it? Oh, you almost made it.
Yeah, no, well, I kind of made it.
Well, you kind of made it.
Oh, but there's still plenty over there.
I'm good. Thank you. It's fun. Obstacles.
Yeah, I thought maybe it would be. But
That's a good jump.
It's not bad, it's just wet. It's okay. Oh, it's cold. It's not even cold.
That's okay.
It's nice and warm.
I'll take cold right now.
Yeah. Very pretty creek. Huh? I think you can paddle this.
we have them. I've never experienced them. So, other side of this creek is this. So this creek is the boundary for the property. This on this side of the property. So we'll see as we go along. We're going to start to see a fence in here. So that's private property on the other side. So then they just pull me in. They do all the interpretation, but it makes it easy because then we just ride along on the eco buggy, and they'll do the interpretation, and then it's super easy. So it's an easy way for them to finish their education components for the year. Because the majority of foresters are not really.
And some scat.
Yep, and scat right next to it.
Wow.
And a scat.
A whole pile of findings.
Yeah.
Couldn't somebody poop out entire skeleton? No.
Probably
Wow.
not like this.
That's a lot
The
of.
scat would be separate
Look.
from the.
It's lots of poop.
skeleton.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Maybe.
Could be
What?
bobcat.
You think?
Your face on your bandana, you'll know.
What?
Poop and bandana.
Yeah, it's something.
There's a bit of rib.
Yeah, it's a. But this is definitely not a small animal. It's a big one.
She actually moved to Florida, lived down here, and then wrote a few books about her experiences.
Is she the one who was like the conservationist for
More polypody fern. The giant air plant on the side there.
where you eat when you're down there? You find a restaurant? Well, it's cheaper if you don't. There's a lot of good places to eat down there.
You can see fresh sand.
The size of the opening can give you an idea of about how big the gopher tortoise is.
So this one is a huge one.
It's a pretty big one. Yeah. Probably out there.
I know on June there is a
Maybe it's in at home.
They're pretty extensive burrows.
This one is very huge,
And
bigger
they can,
than.
we have like 350 different species of animals use gopher tortoise burrows. Indigo snake.
Really?
Uh-huh.
It's dead one?
I don't know if it's dying. It's not dead yet.
Oh my gosh! Yes, you can see little tail on it.
Yeah.
When it's come out. What is it? Turtle?
Tortoise.
It's the Peace River.
Peace River,
Yeah,
that's the
here, I
one.
got it
Peace
on my-
River has a shark teeth.
Oh, Venture Outdoor.
Maybe the poop you found belongs
all
to.
this ancient sand dunes
This,
from when the ocean used to cover more
I
of
know.
Florida, the beach.
Was she?
Yeah,
They don't
just
stand in the apron, but we can see her from back here.
kick some dirt out,
He hear
They
me.
feel the vibrations and
Yeah, hear me.
they're pretty. They,
That's a huge one.
I think they have just recently rebuilt this one, so they probably have not colonized it yet. It's looking pretty new. So you'll know there's bats. You'll either hear them, or you'll see the guano on the ground at the base of it.
Are they little brown ones? Or?
Yeah, so most of the bats that use these are called Brazilian free-tailed bats. They are native to this part of the world.
Oh, the tiny river here, probably.
Back there when I was
I got to keep an eye on the maps because they're not marked real well in spots out there, and like I've gotten lost a few times. They're the Vikings. Yeah, it is. The views of a bluff. Yeah, so that's where the dog park and the ultimate frisbee is.
Yeah.
So I put